really want?
What you really want? D.N.X. My name is Alex Pacheco, and I go by the name Alex Tremo. Used to go by Alex P, but I just switched it just for the sake of switching it.
My name is Debbie Perlita Pacheco de Gomez, and I go by Debbie Tonica.
You guys together, Alex Tremo and Debbie Tonica, are D.N.A, right?
Yes.
And just tell us a little bit about D.N.A.
I came up with that. It was just a random day. We had already been practicing songs and making music, but we had no name. And I just thought of we were actively thinking of names, and we had a couple of names before D.N.A, but that one stuck because it standard first and foremost because it's supposed to be a play on words for Debbie and Alex, but more so also we share the same genes, therefore it's in our DNA. Interesting. I like that. Want me to take that? Should I take that one? That I trust her to come through with whatever I just throw at her, and vice versa. I think because it's always exciting to see where she's gonna take the song. I remember writing the song Lumbre, and it was a repetitive piece, but it had verse, chorus, and stuff. But then there was a bridge, and in my head, and she had her mini synthesizer, and in my head I just thought, you know what? Let's see what she does if I tell her. This is all you. I told her, I said, you know what, right here, you should just shred on the keyboard. And that's all I said. I didn't tell her play this. No, I would never tell her what to write or play, but I trusted her. Just synergy, just goes into the brother and sisterhood. Bleeds into the trust, and therefore that bleeds into the music, and I think it just really shows when we perform, because we just trust each other. And there's been times when things don't go as planned on stage, not many times, but when that does happen, I know that she trusts me to come through and have her back, and vice versa. So that's how it is in real life as brothers.
I would attribute our music connection to our childhood, because and our family, because our mother is a singer, and she's always been a singer. Then I remember when Alex, my brother, went to the university, he really got into music up there. He was in a band called, what are you guys called?
The first one was Los Chimichangas,
Yeah,
and then Mestizaje.
Yeah, Los Chimichangas. Shout out Los Chimichangas. Shout out Mestizaje. When he started playing music on that level in his freshman year of college, it influenced me also, because I continued listening to music on my own, especially Deftones, and then Tool, and then A Perfect Circle, and then Rage Against the Machine, and we kept listening to this music. I breathe, then dried you up.
just happened. You know, I made my own system. Then I learned, and then when I got to college, I learned about what tuning was, and I played bass, and I just got good at that. And then I translated those skills back to guitar in another band, or just throughout the years. And then, like you said, when I came back from the university back to Oxnard, I was just a pure guitarist, and I felt like I just had my own style. Because I was self-taught, it kind of taught myself how to go off of feeling, not notes. Just what do you feel? What note should go there based on my feelings. That's been a constant even to this day. We wrote the song Lumbre on feelings. I had gone through a big change last year in my life, which is how D.N.A. even started, because it was mostly based off of need. I think therapeutic, like need to express your feelings, you know, your sadness, your frustration. That was a little bit. I wanted to have music that everyone could enjoy in some capacity, something for everyone. That's what I wanted. Me, you know, Debbie brings her own thing to the table, but for me as a songwriter, what I have evolved to is kind of finding a common ground within myself to say, look, I get that I want to make certain experimental sounds, but I also want to push myself to kind of meet that challenge of, can I make a band that has something for everyone?
It's also been challenging that we hadn't been performing together as a brother sister since I was in high school. So getting out there together on stage again was, for me, it was pretty nerve-wracking. Just because I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. What they think of you.
Okay. So I was a guitarist, like I said, then a bassist, then like a lyricist / rapper in another band, and then back to being guitar. And I studied chemistry in college, and I teach that now, and all those things, and I'm first generation, right, son of migrant workers. So all these life experience, and then we grew up in Camarillo. We had experienced racism at a young age, multiple times. Me, and even up until high school. So, but I'm trying to get at is all those things. Like, again, I go off feeling, not notes. So all. Vuelven a sonar los tiros y murieron 10 hombres por esos mismos motivos. Really, I remember having a kind of like a conversation with myself about what I really want, and in my heart, I knew I wanted to have music in my life, but to make it and perform it. But I just didn't think it was going to pay the bills, and there was a certain lifestyle I was looking to live, and I felt like I had to take the safer route, and that's what I did. But it came at the cost of not being able to perform or make music with my sister. We would just dabble, it wasn't nothing serious. I pawned off 90% of my gear, so I was left with literally 10% of what I originally started with, but I was so needy of needing to make music that I just said, screw it, I'm just going to pick up the keyboard because it's there. And I'm not a keyboardist. I just did it because it was out of necessity. Just like life, Sometimes you do things because you think it's what you're supposed to do. But in terms of music, I just picked up what was around me and I started playing keyboard. I went into GarageBand because I had a laptop. It was there. To almost force the marriage of two or more genres that aren't supposed to go together. It's like trying to bind oil and water. There's
lyrics based off of feelings and emotions and empathizing with others' feelings as well. Sometimes I put myself in other people's shoes and I'll write as if I'm experiencing that person's feelings. Sometimes I have to express feelings that I have that I can't share with anyone, but I have to share them lyrically. So I do the same thing with the synthesizer if I ever use it. When I use it, I have to find notes and sounds that and effects that are expressing my feeling from inside. But that's only been recent that I have to have a dim setting and a candle. But I always like to write music with darkness involved. It doesn't have to be a sad song, but I do like there to be intimacy. A gift of a 5-track loop pedal, the Boss RC 500 loop tracker, and I'm just right now messing with it, and I feel like I want to eventually incorporate it to our live set.
But it's been fun and like it's been something new. I think that it was meant to be this way. I was meant to just get rid of all this stuff, almost to symbolize like a rebirth, you know? But I do want to go back to my roots. I love effects pedals. I love delay. I love chorus on guitar. Everybody, you know, anybody that's played music with me knows that. Never give up.
We do have a goal. Like we do want to tour one day. That's one goal that we've spoken about.
We're not willing to like compromise who we are, and we're just always gonna be versatile as hell and that's what people respond to, you know.
I also want to shout out the local community for providing us a platform and space to perform. Anything from the open mics to the Creators Collective to the Artist Brew to the PAC, the Arts Festival, any of those places. You know, it's good to know that we have a community that supports us and backs us.
I notice in observing a lot of different local artists that everyone has a different identity. You know, like some people are political, some artists just want to have fun and not think. Some are somewhere in between, and I just want to say that I feel like me being in the band, I feel like we represent love. You know, we represent positivity, overcoming obstacles, and believing in yourself and believing in one another, and letting go of whatever it is that's holding you back in life. And I think that makes us unique and special because we were blessed with a family that really supported our goals. You know, supported our art, even when we took a break from music, or especially me, like, and I decided to take it up again. My family was there to kind of go and support us in that pursuit of, you know, of a new path. And so I'm just very grateful for them, our family.